Alright, we are back to do some more marker gems. I have 4 different colors of blue with me. And I found that 4 is kind of like the gradient that I like for the marker gems. With 3, sometimes the blending doesn't go quite as well as I'd like. So I've been sticking with 4. And back into marker gems for a little bit. And we'll probably be doing the settings and whatnot on another video. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see as we get there. I haven't been as consistent in posting as I would like, but we're trying. Life moves really, really fast lately, and I've been really busy on the professional side of things. Doing big acrylic pieces and working on full sets and whatnot. So this is the lightest one. It's called B203. These are, I think I've said it before, but these are Cali Art markers. They are the budget set of markers. They're not like highfalutin, really awesome things or anything. They're just a general set of markers. They're alcohol markers. They're not watercolor or water-based markers. So I'm kind of just making my highlight down here. I'm gonna go back with the lighter color. See if I can get like a nice blend going on. And then we will go up to the next darkest. And start working that one in. This one is a very, very bright, very vivid blue. I like it a lot. And of course we go back in with the second blue that we used. Get a nice blend going with it. And then for right up in here, we're going to use our darkest blue. Make sure we have a nice dark shape going on for our darkest shadow for our gem. That one, obviously, I didn't flick it. Probably should have. Maybe I should. Just to make sure. Don't want harsh lines up in here. Kind of like flicking it, you're making the color there, but also like you're only using like, you kind of flick it and come up. So you're only putting on like a very light layer of ink, which is going to hopefully blend better, which it seems to be doing. I was worried. Seems to be doing just fine though. And then down here and make sure this is nice and blended. And this is my lightest color, so. Just like that. And that is lovely. I really like that. I like the fade of it. I like how dense this is up here. How light this is up down here. And then when we put on our brightest white, our highlight, it's really gonna pop. So I like that. I like that a lot. Basically, that's where we start all over again, folks. Put down our lightest blue as our base. And we continue from there. You don't always have to go all the way up, but you know, there's no harm in doing it either. Go for our next blue. Just this nice shadow. It's got a bit of a greenish tint, just like the tiniest bit there. Kind of like that. I'm gonna drop this a little shadow down here, which means I should probably drop a little shadow on this one as well. Just should. And get our blend going on. So I think that's gonna look very nice, just like our other one did. Then we will move up to our next darkest. Which is this lovely vibrant blue. Blue is my favorite color. So I like all forms of it. And I generally like very blue greens as well. I also like reds and purples and greens and whatnot, but blue has always been just my favorite. I don't wear a lot of blue though. I wear mostly black. Okay. And go back in their second color. Get that nice blend. And then it's not quite as blendy as I want it to be, you know? This is the lightest color. I just want to make sure that everything is kind of blending in as nicely as possible. Then, of course, our darkest color. Whoop, wrong side. Don't want the chisel side. Just gonna go right up here. some nice little flicking actions. And go back down to the last one, so that you get a nice blend over everything. That's definitely the chisel side. That's okay. I like that. I think it looks okay. This one I think definitely looks a little bit better, and this one is a little more choppy right up in here. The other thing you can do is wait for it to dry completely. These are alcohol-based markers, and you can always let it dry and come in with more pigment and do another layer on top. These do bleed through a little bit, not a whole bunch. You can see that. It's just like little tiny bits. So I always recommend when you're working with markers to have a piece underneath that's it's kind of like blotter paper. You're not gonna mess it up or whatever. And then my favorite way to do highlights now is with gouache, which is basically just opaque watercolor. I'll start here and go down. I like gouache because it is opaque, bright white, and I don't have to mess with it 30,000 times like I do with my gel pens. Now obviously there's different ones you could use. You could use gouache, you could use gel pens, you could use Posca pens, which are kind of a water-based marker, paint marker type thing, which I use occasionally, generally with my acrylic paintings though. I don't use them for drawing a lot, but then again, I haven't been doing a lot of drawing, so there's that as well. Could have something to do with it. If y'all are into acrylic painting and would want to see that, or some like the behind the scenes type stuff or anything like that, let me know. I don't really teach acrylic. It's more like I just do it, but I'd be more than happy to try and figure out a way to set up a video over on my easel where I do most of my painting. Right now I'm working on multiple things over there, so I just don't sit at my desk and draw gems a lot anymore. So that's one of the reasons there haven't been a whole bunch of videos out lately. And I mean that lately, is in like the past like 2 months. I've been horrible about it. So, and then I think I want to use a dark gray to frame these. And then because these are anything that is actually like a water-based or a water media, a wet media that soaks into the paper, is generally pretty good for putting pencil on top. So you can always come back and put in any kind of cracks or anything like that that you wanted details with pencil if you wanted to. I don't know if I will or not, but I always like that I do have the option to. That's kind of gonna be like almost like a little bezel set for these. Just wanted to outline them. And I don't know exactly what I want to do with the browns. I might just erase them. Who knows? But I had them set up because I had something in mind. And now I don't know what I want. So, anyway, we have these gorgeous teardrops. And we need to find a way to kind of frame them. And I always enjoy getting out a pencil and just kind of sketching in ideas. And so I hope that you try this with pencils or markers or watercolors or whatever. And then let's see your designs and see what you come up with. And you can post them here, you can post them in the community tab, or you can post them over on the group in Gemhouse. And whenever I finish mine, I will be able to post mine, and we'll be able to see all the different designs that we all come up with. So I will see you in the groups.